that star power.
Stay tuned because you know Reec is going to have one of your favorite stars with him today.
Stay tuned.
And we will not disappoint today, man. I got one of my friends in my family, not just a friend of the show. I got the world famous coach from the hood in the building, Coach Fred Hill. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, Reece? What's going on, man?
Man, it's good to see you, man.
Hey, man, it's about time, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. This is lovely in here.
I appreciate it, man. But you guys that know me, you know, you seen me put posts on my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, often. And Coach has been in several of those posts for over the years,
Yes,
man. It's
sir.
probably been about 10 years we've known each other. At least. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, man. I remember when your sons was this big. Now they
Real.
taller than me. You know what I'm saying? They got muscles like you now. It's crazy.
Bigger than me.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Just like you heard the intro say right now, you locked into the Reec Show Live. Shout out to CMVA 107.5 up in Charlotte. Big ups to everybody else tuned in different states. We appreciate you guys. Feel free to leave a comment, and we're going to touch back base with you. Now, the reason Coach is here today, because this man, you know, he's got so many accomplishments. He's got some businesses going, but he's been changing lives since I known him, and we got to, you know, represent for that. We got to give you your flowers for that, man. So let's go ahead and give Coach his biggest intro ever.
It's all about that star power.
Stay tuned because you know Reec is going to have one of your favorite stars with him today.
Stay tuned.
Now, man, Coach, I know a lot of things, or a few things about you, you know what I'm saying, over the years. Like, I know you Coach of the Year, you know what I'm saying, but we got a list of things we're going to run off real quick for you, man. So Coach, #1 ranked in youth development. And to me, that's an understatement because that doesn't quantify the amount of lives you've changed over the years. It doesn't show how many kids, young boys or girls that you've gotten to make better decisions with their lives and chase their dream. You've accumulated different awards throughout your education. You know, you're the first person here to do a teacher's ball, and it was like a big prom for the teachers. It was a beautiful thing. You had grits and jelly butt out there. You know what I'm saying? However you say the name, they was out there getting down to it, man, and all the teachers were there having a great time, and they just appreciated being appreciated. They appreciated being appreciated for you doing stuff like that. Man, you've had Man of the Year, Father of the Year, North Texas Man of the Year, and Man of the Year in Georgia. How's it feel to be Man of the Year in two different places?
Hey, man. Hey, you don't really recognize it until someone say something about it. You know, you just keep on doing you and being you.
Yeah, I mean, but you are doing you, and people will recognize you for it, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You've won championships on the middle school and high school level, talking about football and basketball. That's hard to do, man. That's hard to do. So let's get into some of these things. United Way spokesperson, you developed a program for Usher Raymond. You've done so many things. You've put on celebrity basketball games, anti-bullying games for a county that at one time lost their accreditation, and you were still on the forefront of making sure those kids felt valued and felt like they, you know, could reach and have something to look forward to and look up to. So I got to hit the hype bell for you for all that stuff, man.
Boy, hey, you saying something? yeah, that's cool.
So let's get to talk about who is Coach Hill. I know you have a great rapport with your students, with the community, surrounding community. But Fred Hill is a guy that came from Texas. You know what I'm saying? You guys had that Texas swag. He could throw the football 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? Time I met him. How was it for you coming up in Texas, North Texas, right? Coming up in North Texas, yeah. and being a football player and just a young black man during that time.
Tell you the truth, man, it was I can't say it was hard. Mm-hmm. You know, it was frustrating at times not having your father and mother around.
Yeah.
Lucky for those grandmothers.
Yeah.
You know, she's an angel. Once I got around her, my life began to be right. You know, there was a lot of things going on with my father and mother when I was around. You know, a lot of negativity, and it just changed my life when I got with her. And you know, she was an older. And I started learning more, respecting our senior citizens, our older people that was in the neighborhood. Yeah. And
just from her love and attentiveness to you.
And the whole neighborhood loved her. You know, so when I was doing things for her, there was other senior citizens around the neighborhood as well. Yeah. And I noticed they didn't have the help that my grandmother had with you. Yeah. So I just started going around the neighborhood helping, and the pat on my back and the love that, you know, that I received from those people was changed my life. Yeah, you know, I learned then giving is receiving inside out.
Listen to that. That's another T-shirt for you, man. Giving is receiving inside out. I love that. I love that.
You know, it's more important to give than to try to take and always asking. And So that's how I set my life, man. I just started giving, wanted to make people smile, wanted to tell people some things positive about themselves because I needed it.
Yeah.
I think everything that I did for other people is something that I need.
You yearn for that yourself.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I got you, man. Right now, we kicking it with Coach. He's kind of giving us a little background, some stuff you may not have known about him, and to see that molded you into to giving that same care and attent to these young people. So I can see how your transition into education came.
Hey, that was a blessing. I never thought myself being a teacher, even though I went through that process in college. You know, I thought the NBA or the NFL was my next thing, and I was just going to leave that to the side.
Yeah.
But, you know, coming to Atlanta for entertainment, you know, like you said, Usher's mentor, he was 12. You know, I came down here, I was writing for Bobby Brown, trying to do one of his videos.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I get a phone call, and I was like the #1 in the state merit system
Yeah.
in Georgia for youth development. And people were just calling. I was just turning down jobs.
Yeah.
And an elementary school call. E.W. Oliver Elementary, I'll never forget. And I told my mom, and she made me go. She was like, boy, go up there. You don't know what God has for you. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to be no teacher.
So where were you? Were you in Georgia at the time?
I'm
Or
over
you were
Georgia.
all the way here. You weren't back and forth at this time.
I was all the way here now.
Okay.
All the way here. And, you know, I came here because of entertainment.
Right. Yeah. You said you were writing for Bobby Brown.
Well, I was writing the video concepts.
I got you.
Yeah,
Right.
Storm Away, which he never came out. I thought it was one of the most powerful songs he ever wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it just got me into the entertainment world. That brought me here.
Yeah.
I wrote it in Texas.
Gotcha.
I was like, I'm going to find him, you know, and make this happen.
Right.
You know how the dreams come. And when I got that call, I tell my mom, man, I went to the elementary and just to do the interview, and I tried my best not to get the
You
job.
trying to fluke it.
Man, I had my cowboy hat on, my big loop earrings, I had my big buckle in my boots.
Yeah.
But the principal was a cowboy himself.
Oh man, you set yourself up.
Yeah, man, and I just told him my background. You know, I just told him like I was telling you about. My mom was on drugs, in and out of the prison system.
Right.
My dad, you know, not that they didn't love me or anything. I knew the
Yeah,
love
they
was
just
there.
had other vices going on.
And
Right.
my dad used to always talk to me about situations and made me understand as a kid what was going on and the reason why, which I never been upset with them. It's just, you know, when you're by yourself and trying to do something, it's hard.
Absolutely, man. It's a lot of people dealing with those challenges.
Yes.
And see, for you to have to go through them, and you dealing with kids that may be dealing with them too, so you can relate.
Right.
I think that's what's missing in a lot of areas when it comes to education, relatability.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just started using the walls as my missionary and just telling kids about my life. Because I know it was like 3 or 4 and probably more.
Yeah.
Was probably going through the same process and didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And the more I did that, the more, man, I'm talking about each day it became, you know, very satisfying to me. And then back then they was talking about I looked like Malik Yober, so they was all they was all they all wanted the autograph here and there. The parents coming to the school, so you know it was just something different.
Yeah.
In the entertainment world itself, it was like I was really, you know, changing lives. You see kids cry when you give them stories and they come tell you their stories.
Yeah.
And I dropped tears and
It's a connection that can't be beat.
man, I left the entertainment world alone for a minute, man. After I had my son, you know.
Yeah.
I asked God to let me be my son's teacher and be a 24-hour father. And I became his PE teacher till the day he graduated. But changing the lives, man, and seeing him sit back and being patient and not being jealous about it.
Because that could be tough for a kid. Because I was that kid, not the jealous one, but you know how my pops is. You know what I mean? He gonna put,
pops.
man, listen, and you the same way. If you see something, you going to say something. If you see a problem or just something missing, you're going to try to make that happen for that child. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, as the biological kid, they can maybe feel a certain way about that. So how did you knew to address that early and have those open conversations?
That's all I did. They don't want you to say God.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I was saying it. I was just saying it.
Yeah.
You know, at the time I didn't care about getting fired because I'm like, what I'm doing here anyway.
You living your purpose.
Yeah. So I was using the word God, and then I changed to keep peace in your heart. You know, having a powerful day. So you know that God being in your heart and things like that.
Right.
I tell the kids all the time up until today in high school, I'm not a quote teacher.
Yeah.
You know, I use the small for missionary. I'm more of a youth developer. I'm an enhancer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna try to make you do better than what you're doing if you need me.
Well, that's to me what teachers are. They should be they're there to enhance, to build up that child, that student. You know what I
We
mean?
have a lot of great teachers, and we
Yeah.
have some just on that power tip of intelligence, and too smart, and they learn a subject and they think that's it.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll
they
forget
don't
about
understand
life.
The kid's background in life and development itself.
Yeah.
Which is the first thing you need to make sure you pay attention to when you're dealing with anybody,
Yeah.
especially a child.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff right there, man. Coach, you schooling us right now, man. No pun intended. So you get into this elementary school and you seeing these kids develop. Now, was it your goal, like your plan? You said you was a PE teacher for my boy all the way through, till he graduated. So you will move on and matriculate with him to these different schools?
It was funny how it happened because my first middle school job, they kept asking me over and over. I said, I'm not leaving my son. So the year before, he was in the 5th grade. I ended up going to middle school in 6th grade, so I left. That's after 14 years being in elementary. I left elementary and became the head football coach, head basketball coach, and the AD. He put that on the table for me. And he said, you can be here for your son when he get here.
Yeah.
And
it just made sense.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, but it wasn't him that I was listening to. It was God that I was listening to. I prayed for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's making it work. He's making it work. And so, we get up in the morning together, dress alike together, go to school together, and come home together, And with my son, I developed that program at Saving Our Students. Because I wanted good kids around him, and I wanted to be able to direct who was around him and everything.
Right.
I had about 3 or 4 boys, and then it being up 20, and then it
Been up
100.
Right, I know, man. That one. By the time I met you, I believe he was in maybe 6th grade or 7th grade, and we did our first game together, first celebrity game. Yep. And then we've been running ever since, man. Just doing stuff and always been in contact. I just
found those pictures.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I just found some too, man. Yep. So and then to attest, it was other younger guys who were out of school coming up as teacher ranks. That would, latch on to what you were doing, and you were molding those guys too to become the best of themselves, to be role models. Not saying they wouldn't have did it without you, but it's good to see a blueprint, Yeah, so.
And you don't know what you're really doing until someone tell you.
Yeah.
And it's just really the spirit just continue to lead you. And when you look to the side, you see them watching you. And you see them paying attention. And then when you go see them, they saying some of the same things you said.
Yeah.
They doing some of the same things you're doing. And I'm like, okay, it's not just the kids I'm molding.
Yeah.
I'm molding young men and then some fathers who didn't understand how to be a father.
Yeah.
And I didn't either. I just knew what my father didn't give me that I wanted to give to my son.
Absolutely. There's no book to it. There's no book to it. But you were following the lead, and God was leading you in the right way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love it, man. We have another podcast that we do, and we talk to people that were local stars. You know what I mean? Like yourself, a local. When I say local, just the guys that may not have went to the NFL and NBA, made the big, huge Gatorade contract, the endorsement, but made super impact on their level and then transition to do something else. I think this story gonna double for it, man, because you took all those skills you had, all that just God-given talent along with the skills and the work ethic, and you passed it on to these kids. You know what I mean?
I think that's the most important thing in the world. I think everybody has a gift, but at the end of the day, everybody's purpose is the same. And it's just to give back. Yeah. So we use our gift to do what we have to do. To reach our purpose, and that's just always give back, and that's what God wants us to do.
Yeah, and you became the superstar of coaching and mentoring and helping. So I mean, shoot, you were an all-star in our book when it comes down to these things, and you've been doing it consistently. Even through any adversity, any hiccups, you still remain who you are. You still remain to change lives, man. So I just want to congratulate you. Hit this hype bell for you.
Thank you so
for
much.
doing your
Thank
thing,
you so
man.
much.
Yes.
You're doing the same thing.
Nah, I appreciate it. It's about you right now, though. We're gonna talk about you right now. So, Coach, you move on to coaching females. How was that transition for you? Because I know the approach is different. I have daughters, but I was raised by, I want to say, a strong male figure, right? So the way he taught me and gave me lessons is not the way I can relate to my daughters sometimes.
You saying a mouthful. I got this because it was still that track of God to be with my son. So I went back to elementary. Some way they had to get rid of some of the teachers, and I knew the reason why. My situation, because I think I became bigger than the PE teacher. I became bigger than the county wanted me to be. Yeah. And I started.
That happens a lot too.
Yeah. So they end up trying to move me, kind of shut me down, and which made it even better. But I went to another elementary and started doing programs there. Yeah. And then had my son to come coach and do things with me. Yeah. Because I still wanted him to see it's not about you. Yeah. It's always about helping others. And so it's funny when he got to high school. His principal called me, and he already had talked to my son and my wife.
He trying to set you up.
Yeah, in regards to
sure.
coming to his name is Dr. Dalton, and I never forget, and I thank him for it too. But he was like, "Hey, I know you always want to be with your son. We got the girls team, and the coach." And I was like, "Girls,
right?"
I'm like, "Man, I got raised men, and it seemed like a pin hit me, stuck me, and I thought about it. He was like, "Just sit and think about it," and I was like, "God, I want to coach my son,
right?
That's my dream,
right?"
And it came to me like, girls need fathers too.
Man, how you gonna argue with that?
And when I started, man, it was crazy, but I had nothing. I had 25 daughters now, and I have a stepdaughter who I kind of raised from 2 years old to my previous marriage, but 25 daughters that all different and everything else. And I was the only male growing up in my family because there was nothing but my sisters and aunties and girl cousins. So I knew how to treat young ladies. Right. But the situations and emotions they had, I just had to sit back and just think. And I'm like, it's no different. It's no different. Yeah. They have some of the similar, ways, but they have a lot of different ways. You have to approach them different. So I can't say man up. Hold your, stick your chest out. I can say all that.
You got to remix it.
So the girls will laugh at me because my mouth, I'm about to say something, and I hold it and they're like, "Coach, say it, say it." And I'm like, "Nah, I can't. I can't." So it became more of instead of a coach, I became more of a father figure. Yeah. And instead of trying to be a basketball program, I became more of a father having a girls program where I can talk to them about different issues. Yeah. I see the boys they messing with and trying to direct them another way.
You give them a different perspective.
And let them know about their dreams and how to go reach it now, and then try to get them tough. And a lot of people look at sports as straight up physical. Yeah.
It's a lot more mental than that.
Yeah. When we say 90% and 10%, it's true. It's true. Yeah. And so sitting down, talking to them, explaining, inviting people over, speak to them like little Jimmy and Phil and yourself, and some ladies who have made it. I began to love it. Yeah. To be honest with you. Yeah. I began to love it. I began to see the difference that I was making, and making it. And when they believe in you, now when boys believe in you, they go through walls. When girls believe in you,
they knock over buildings.
They would do everything for you. Yeah. They would do everything. Sometimes I'll come and I have presents on the desk. Sometimes I come and they bring me plates and stuff, and I'll be like, "Y'all really my daughters, man." Right. And been doing it for 10 years, and I love it.
Yeah. I think a lot of times you would give them what they needed, and it was from a position of, I don't need anything back from y'all except for to be the best version of yourself. That's all I need from you, and they appreciate that, And they beg me every year, ever since 2016 when I said I'm being good, go back in entertainment, and I'm trying to retire. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Parents, like, "No, Coach, you got to stay here for me." And then the next one, like, "You got to stay here for me," and my heart, when people need me, my heart just automatically go out. Yeah. No matter what's on my plate, what issue, what I'm got going on, it's always about giving. And I know at the end of the day, man, I can give you my last, and I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. Because God gonna make sure I'm okay. Absolutely, absolutely. Let me hit the hype bell for that, man. Let me hit the hype bell for that. Now, I do want to say one thing, man. I know you do training too, like training and working with athletes. Man, when I say I have firsthand seen you mold and shape somebody into a monster athlete, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I first met you, Ali was a little joker, man. He was just, we'll be doing a celebrity game or something. He'd just be on the bench laughing, joking, messing around, everything, man. Then like a few years later, I look up, I'm like, man, this kid is one of the top athletes in the state, man.
I'm so proud.
How was that for you?
It's like a preacher's son, Yeah. When you're trying to do the right thing, when you're trying to give people the right information, the negativity is gonna come. Yeah. And they're gonna try to hit the weakest person sometime. And my son stood strong. Yeah. Absolutely. It was times that he was like, "Dad, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to listen to you." Right. My son stood strong. Both of my sons. And the training that he's seen me do, other people older than him. Yeah. He was doing it when he was younger. Yeah. And when he got old enough to just take over,
Own it. Yeah.
He became a different person.
Yeah.
His daily life is totally different than I think any other kid. His daily planning, his vision, his dreams, he write them down. He's doing everything I'm telling other people to do, and sometimes I wasn't doing it.
It's embedded in him.
Yeah. And I know we played in a celebrity game, and man, he was showing out and everything, and I was just proud, to see him let loose, because when he played high school and coaches, they kind of held him back from, because I trained him to be an NBA player. Yeah, I didn't train him to kind of.
You had the long vision, and
so
sometimes it's unfortunate coaches will do that. They had their vision, and you can't get the best out of the player's ability.
But it helped because he understood now that he learned from that. He never lost the situation. So each coach that he went to, they had their different things, and he kept on doing him. Yeah, he kept on doing him, and he kept on believing what he did. And it's the same thing that Kobe talked about. Yeah, he wasn't gonna change for nobody. And at times I was like, man, but I was proud to see him, and he continued. Yeah, definitely continued doing it, man. He just finished coming from Chicago. Hopefully he signed his contract to go overseas. Yeah, in Mexico, and he's trying to get his life started.
Shout out to Ali, man, doing his thing. I like it, man. I see your other son was boxing and everything, man. It's just, man, you got some great guys on your hands, man.
And the biggest thing, to be honest with you, is the manifestation that we did when he was young. He seen it through other people. Yeah. So he understood how to meditate. And kind of manifest what he wanted to do. And we sat in the sun of, doing the mental strength and talk about you're gonna be a McDonald's All-American. You're gonna do this. You're gonna go pro. And man, nobody can believe when he became a McDonald's All-American. It was like, how did Ali get there? He's not hardly. And manifest, man, and you believe and you have faith.
And that
God
work.
will open the doors for everything you prayed for. And he laid at his foot, and that's on his title.
That's what's up.
Every dunk contest he been in,
Yeah, he done killed
he done killed the dunk contest.
Right, man. I enjoy watching his highlights on his social media and stuff, and then the stuff you repost, man. I'll be like, man, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, because we got that stigma that, how black fathers are, quote unquote. But to see you and your son's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Again, to be honest with you, Lex, oldest son, man, help guide him, man. He had those dreams too, and all that. But also, Lex had that part of that street kind of life in him too. What I had. And he's so intelligent, and he loved his brother. That they never fought, and he kept on, putting greatness in him. Yeah. Ali the Great. Kept on telling him that, like, man, you this, you that. And for the big brother, I used to sit back and just smile. Yeah. And Lexus had game too.
Definitely.
He had game too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love it too, man. That's what's up, man. Let me hit the hype bell one time again for you being dope father, man. Them my guys too, man.
Yeah, so, they love you.
I love them too. Let's get into MVP character water. Champion, and you just saw me sip it. I feel like the interview gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Champion's MVP character water, man. Let's talk about this water, the mission behind it, how you came up with it, because we all know that you do training, right? But part of training is hydration, what you put in your body. So let's talk about this.
Most definitely. It comes back when I was young and giving. I remember I was sitting in front of the TV and I seen Les Brown. And I was sitting and telling my grandmother, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives. I want to be able to touch everybody in the world. Yeah. And you always thought, how can I do that? I want to be an actor. Yeah. I want to be so when I become a basketball star, I'm going to get my own shoes. I'm going to have positive stuff. All that stuff when you was younger. Everybody doing it now. Right. But, working in the elementary, I used to take off the real bottled water, the bottled water, take off the label, and the kid used to be nervous. I used to say courageous. Give it to him, and I try to manifest that into him. Yeah. A kid used to always get in trouble because he was disrespecting respect. And
drink
make him read it. Yeah. And
I like it.
And they begin to change their lives. And back then, over 17, 18 years ago, I decided that's what I want to do. And it took me a while because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know. I didn't have that information, and me by myself a lot. I call you a lot about a lot of different things, but
we talk. Yeah.
I finally, like 10 years ago, I finally said, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And invest in it. I'm not gonna do it myself, so invent help. I went to them. Yeah. And spend a lot of, I call it a lot of money.
I mean, it is. Else. Anytime it's your dream, you putting hard-earned money into it. It's a lot of money. Yeah.
And I love writing passage. I love writing, to anything to uplift people. So start writing, doing the bottles, and man, and schools.
It started taking off.
It's a thing. I've just been giving a lot of it away. I go to homeless and sit with them and let them read it and give
encouraging.
Like that. And just want them to see it and read, man. And they're so intelligent.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are in situations, and it's just because of misfortunate lifestyles or some things that just may happen. You know what I mean?
Just think about you go to school every day. You have 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
A water fountain. Nobody drinks out the water fountain.
Right.
They don't have water. They have the milk.
Yeah.
And the milk that's not really good for our kids today.
Right.
And so that was trying to transfer, like, they need water, get into the school system, get, that, as well as read a message.
Yeah.
And most people keep the bottles. They don't even really too much drink.
Twofold, I would. There's a Bible on the back. I like it. I like it, man. So, but I do want to say this. You wanting to get into entertainment to change lives, right? So you like, all right, I'm going to be an NBA star, and then I'm going to, start going back and speaking to kids. But then you end up being able to speak to kids everywhere, and you are they star. Right now, you've built your own endorsement with these waters, and you're letting them drink a message. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, man. Let's hit the hype bell for drinking the message. You know what I'm saying? So this is really good stuff. I would like everybody to support this water. Go out, get you a bottle, man. Hit Coach up. Tell them how they can get in touch with you. I know they on your Instagram page that you just got back. Glad you got your page back.
Yeah, they be them hackers out there, boy. They something else.
Yeah, man. Stop pushing buttons, y'all. You can lose your page. Don't push no button.
For real. Boy, they hype you up, and then all of a sudden you lose everything.
Right. Yeah. But where can they follow you at online? While we get through
social media, the Coach from the Hood, one.
Yeah.
I also got My Daddy's Son. That's one of the movies that I'm writing.
Yeah.
About me and my boys and Hilltop Training.
Yeah.
You can hit me on any one of those.
Right. And have at it, man. Go ahead and get with it.
It's a big fundraiser we're doing right now. Also, we're going to Michigan.
Yeah.
At Flint High School, now it's Southwestern High School.
Okay.
We're trying to get over 1,000 cases. Take there, man, and give it to the community and schools and everything.
Okay. All right. Cool. Beautiful thing, man. So make sure you guys support that. Now, you did mention earlier when, people you will bring to the girls, bring to your students. You know what I mean? Some of those things you will bring, one of those people you will bring is Lil Jimmy. Let's talk about Lil Jimmy, man, because this is something I saw. I was like, man, this is dope. It's something that we can relate to. A lot of times our kids will walk into Toys R Us. I know it's no more Toys R Us, all right? But you walk into Toys R Us, you walk into the toy store, you see all these superheroes. It's no hero color. Now we got Black Panther, right? Same with our characters. It's no character of color. And now we got Lil Jimmy. Let's talk about it.
And Lil Jimmy is one of the most creative characters I've ever been around. I know the first time I seen him, and then he started speaking to me, and I
yeah.
It's a 12-year-old that speaks, man. He's cool, got an earring. His music is off the chain, is uplifting.
Yeah.
Very Christian based.
Yeah.
And he go into schools and uplift the kids and everything. Lil Jimmy is real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know if you were willing to share your platforms with Lil Jimmy, or partner up and do different things, that I know is something positive, something real dope and entertaining at the same time, because you got an eye for that. You know what I mean? Man. So
he asked me to be his manager, and so I'm his manager, but Lil Jimmy don't need a manager. Lil Jimmy is somebody that's been doing this for umpteen years. Man. I'm talking about the character Lil Jimmy, and then the person Phil Williams of Life Music.
Yeah.
Is very creative. Got over 700 songs.
Yeah.
Nothing repeats itself.
Yeah.
Very entertaining, and he's a preacher as well. And that's what I love about him, man. I go sit in the studio, and that's all. You just feel that vibe and just
that good
uplift
energy.
everybody.
You guys just trading, and you got the same type of energy, man. Like it's hard to be sleepy around you, man. You know what I'm saying? You get around Coach, you're gonna pep up a little bit. Man. That's what you need. That's those intangibles, man. And I got one of the books right here. You know what I mean? I want y'all to check it out. I know y'all can probably see it on the camera. Make sure you check it out. The Lil Jimmy books, man. It's definitely a way to chase your dreams, and it's a curriculum behind it, which I really like. I know the teacher and you like that too. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. I love it, man. And and when I read the book, it was like me. Nobody never really asked about your dreams.
Yeah, what you want to do.
And you don't go around telling too many people about your dreams. You don't write it down. And when you read that book, man, it really kind of like, okay, hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up, man, you know. And so now I go around asking kids about, hey, what's your dream? And, you know, did you tell your parents about your dream and everything just because of Little Jimmy book?
Yeah.
You know?
It's changing adults too. I like it,
for
man.
real.
I like it, man. So that's what's up. Make sure y'all check out Little Jimmy too by Phil Williams. Definitely a good read and a good message behind that too, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, man, I got 4 questions, a fast 4, because we'll be in here talking all day, man. So I got fast 4 questions. This is some questions people, you know, presented through Facebook and social media. So you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we know you can do both, but if you had to choose which sport to play and coach, football or basketball, what would it be?
Football was my love growing up.
Yeah.
When I started looking at that, feeling that weather, and, you know, your nose running, all the mouthpiece and everything, I want to take it inside to the gym, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that,
Yeah,
man.
so I'm going to say basketball.
Yeah, I like
basketball.
You know, one thing I will say, though, when I learned you could really throw the football, like you was a real quarterback, that's what I learned. I was in the gym with you one day. I came to visit the school, and you had got a shooting machine for the kids. You remember that? And I was like, man, this is great, because a lot of these kids will never, ever be able to experience that. You were bringing pro stuff to a middle school level at the time, right? And you had a football in your hand. You was all the way in the court. You was like, I bet you I could get it in the net. And I was like, nah, bro, you hoop. You ain't no football player. He threw that thing. I don't even think he looked at it. I was like, that's crazy. So, yeah.
A lot of practice.
I see football will be missed, but, yeah, he's definitely a hooper, too. Let's get into the next question, man. You being a coach, all right, take it from that perspective. What is something all athletes should have? I mean, besides the water,
Yeah, for real.
Something all athletes should have character trait wise.
No, sportsmanship is most definitely one of them. Every athlete should have it, but that comes with respect.
Respect.
Yeah, you know, you got to respect the game first of all.
Yeah.
And then you respect the game, you respect everything else around it. You know,
Yep.
I think that's the most important. Besides the hard work,
Yeah.
ethics.
Yeah, but if the respect's gonna give you that. If you respect the game, you're gonna work because that's part of the respect. I like it. All right, man. Okay. All right, you got a training session, right? And you can have any 5 people in the world at this training session. Who would it be?
Michael Jordan,
Okay. See, you won already. There we go. The GOAT.
Kobe,
Okay. Let's
Iverson.
do it. Okay.
Let me see.
That's gonna be a wild session already. I want to be there.
And you know what? I've always messed with LeBron, but I love to have LeBron there because he's a great person, a great leader.
Yeah, he absolutely is, man. Anybody with that much hype to come in and do it this long, no scandal, no skate. He always been on the forefront of social issues, and he's put up numbers. Come on, bro, you got to give it up.
LeBron. Hey,
Yeah,
come on, let's do
let's
this.
go and hit that hype bell.
Let me see
LeBron,
my
we need you.
last one, man.
Right.
Oh, Dr. J.
There we go.
Dr. J.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that
The
was my
smoothest
first love.
man on the court. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember I met him for the first time, man. I was like a little kid. We played golf together. And I couldn't even speak, man. I was like, I want to say, man, I did in the backyard doing everything you did. But
That's what's up.
That's the one.
That's what's up, man. I love that list. Man, I want to be in that gym with you.
Yeah. Hey, I checked you out the other day.
Yeah.
Man, your highlights.
Yeah.
Reece, I didn't know you had it like that pull-up game.
Yeah, man, that's what the 15-footer, man. That was my bread and butter, man.
Well, he was nasty.
Yeah. Shit, that thing from deep, too, man. Yeah, that was a lot of work. 1,000 makes a day before school. It didn't just come out of nowhere.
They don't even do it like that no more.
Nah.
I don't even see nobody pulling up mid-range like that no more.
Nah,
at
man.
all.
That's where I got all my money at. You know what I mean? Pulling up mid-range, I'm telling you.
I
Because
told Ali about it. I said, Ali, check this out.
Yeah.
So he's working it.
That's what I'm talking about. Put that in your game, man. So yeah, man. And last question. Advice you would give to Coach Hill right before he moved to Georgia?
Be patient and trust in the process. Be patient. That comes from God.
Yeah.
And just have faith in the process, man. You know, just enjoy the process because, you know, sometimes your mind can go all kind of ways. You know, the reason you came, why I'm doing this now, what's going on here and there. But man, when you let go and let God have it, man, say you're gonna go through through a journey.
Yeah, it is.
You're gonna go through a journey. You don't know the reason why.
Yeah.
But you understand that why.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be right.
He's gonna put you on a roller coaster, but you're gonna have a little fun while you're on it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, man. Coach, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. We still got to get together on our little events.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sir. Coach. Coach from the Hood, they got a podcast too. And they got some media stuff going on. Make sure you follow them, follow Coach, follow Lil Jimmy too, for all things that they got going on. Very positive stuff out there. I love it, man. And get you some of this water, baby. Keep you hydrated. Before I get into this Reese's Peace of Mind, the Pops Knows Best for the day. Coach actually just gave us one. But I will say this. One way to achieve your dreams is to put in the work while you are awake. You will not achieve anything sleep, even if it is a dream. Put that in perspective for you. Let's get back to regularly scheduled program right here, Reec Radio, Reec Show Live. Coach Hill, I appreciate you coming, man. We gone.
Always.